Welcome to Emotionally Evicted. We're your hosts, Mandy and Tami, sisters, survivors, and women who are reclaiming our lives one unapologetic story at a time. We're not therapists, just two women who've been through it, healed it, and aren't afraid to talk about it. This show is our eviction notice to chaos, codependency, and generational dysfunction, and your permission slip to reclaim peace, power, and your damn self.
This podcast is brought to you by Illumina Ops Solutions. We specialize in streamlining your systems, scaling your business, and getting you the hell out of the weeds. Because growth shouldn't feel this hard, and we've got the solutions you never saw coming. Visit illuminaops.com to start reclaiming your brilliance.
Hi, welcome back to another episode of Emotionally Evicted. Today, we are going to talk about parenting and how our upbringing, or lack thereof, shaped how we parent. And yeah.
Do you want to kick it off or you want me to?
Well, I mean, I know we've talked about some examples and things. I mean, I guess we could maybe start, I don't want to say at the beginning, but, kind of what our thoughts are on it, such as like our father and him, either being drunk or later in life being high, or maybe he was doing both at the same time. Who knows? Marrying different women. I mean, it was just chaos. Our mother was absent. So we really didn't have a quote unquote model of how to parent. Yes. But we knew deep in our souls, at least I did, and I believe you did too, this is not how we want this shit to go down when we're parents. I remember thinking to myself as a kid, like, yeah, no, we will not be parenting this way because this shit is whack.
Right? Yeah. We did a lot of self-parenting for sure. And I'd say we did a pretty damn good job.
You parented me. Thank you. So
I think we had good examples. I mean, let me back up. Like, Dad did instill very solid core values in us, I feel like. Work hard, be a good person, don't lie, be, just the best version of yourself.
We get up, we go to work every day. I mean, the man was a functional alcoholic.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh. I was just thinking, like, whenever we were teenagers, and I, like, now that I'm an adult, because he was like not quite as old as I am, if I try to do the shit he was doing, because remember, him and our uncle would be up until like the wee hours of the morning, drinking whiskey at that, singing,
Pure Prairie League, Amy, and Dixie Chicks.
Till all hours of the night, loud. And then it was like they'd get up, go to work the next day, and do it all over again. And that was like an everyday occurrence. If I tried to do that, oh my God, I would be in the hospital. Yes. Like, there's no freaking way. But yeah, like, definitely they were functional. They were up working, holding down their jobs. But, and, like, there was, I don't want to say like a total lack of parenting, but yeah, we could have been so much worse, because there was a lot of nights like there was no adult there. And like, I think we said before, whenever Dad was in rehab for 90 days, like, it was just us at the house. I was 16. I could have been having some serious ragers, like you know. So dad did instill very core values in us, and also just us seeing what was going on, and like I felt like we wanted to toe the line so hardcore because we did not. Me personally, it was just like if I misstep, I'm just automatically going to fall into this crazy lifestyle, and I don't want that. So it was just like I
Right.
made sure I was on the honor roll, went to school every day, you know,
Yeah.
was just tried to be a good kid. Not that I didn't do some shit I probably shouldn't have been doing, but it could have been a lot worse.
Right. I think
And
we just realized growing up that like your parent coming home and just getting blasted drunk every night of their life
yeah.
was not normal. Like or it shouldn't be normal, like
And seeing
I
other like friends' parents doing the like normal parenting shit, I think we
right.
had those examples that definitely helped.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
yeah, it definitely, affects how I parent. And parenting is definitely the hardest job ever that I've ever had.
It is not for the
They
weak.
no, they don't come with manuals. Every day, I feel like every day is like a new level in a video game that I'm trying to pass. And You know, every time you think, oh, my kids would never say or do that, here they come saying and doing exactly what you thought. And
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, every day is an adventure, and it is a struggle some days. Like this week, my daughter is struggling with some stuff that's going on, and, had a little outburst, little meltdown. And in my soul, I really wanted to be like, bro, it's not that bad. Like, get your shit together. But I was really proud of myself. I, was calm. I didn't use you don't even know how good you got it. Even though I really want to fucking say that because it's like, come
Right.
on, And I just, told her, sometimes life is hard, but it's gonna be fine. I'm here. But yeah, it's a struggle sometimes because these kids don't freaking have a clue. But then on the other side, it's just like I don't want them to even know what that's like.
Right.
But I really just want to be like, get your shit together, man. Like,
Yes. Yes.
and
I
I
feel
think
you.
that's as, the older sibling, I didn't feel like I had the opportunity to like really work through whatever was going on in our life. Like
Oh,
whatever
100%.
chaos was going on, it was just like, all right, dad brought home some crazy woman from rehab that he's madly in love with. Let's do this. Like there was no like sitting in my room crying about it and like
Oh, yeah.
oh, poor me. No, it was just like, all right, it is what it is. What do I got to do to take care of, making sure I'm in school, make sure Mandy's good, make sure things are still on track. Like, I definitely was always kind of more in that parent adult role. So it is hard for me sometimes to empathize with my kids when they want to sit and sulk and have their moment. And I'm like, let's go. We got shit to do. Like,
Listen, I struggle to empathize with just people, just
Yeah,
people.
yeah, that is
Because
true.
I feel I'm like, just pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Let's continue on. Yes, and I didn't really think about that until you just said it. Yeah, it's it was just another day. It was just another Tuesday for us. Our dad came home from rehab. You know, we should make a whole episode on rehab is not a dating service. And I mean, brought his
Oh,
woman home.
let's back it up. We got to fill in some of the story. So, dad had a woman who was like kind of briefly staying with us, who he had, let's just call it what it is. It was a situationship in today's terms.
Yeah.
Um, she got pregnant, by the way, on purpose, but you didn't hear that from me. That's just my opinion. Um,
And the facts, but let's.
yeah. Anyways, so had this situationship going on, goes to rehab, is in rehab for 90 days. This woman and him break up or whatever. She leaves. So me and Mandy are at the house by ourselves, taking care of holding it down. Um, and then we find out he meets this woman in rehab who is Satan. I don't even give a shit if she's watching this and hears me call her that. You are the devil.
Right. She
Like,
really
yeah,
is.
worst person on the planet. But we didn't know this at the time. Meets her at rehab and brings her home. And
Should we say what she was in rehab for? Because she was like Little Rock, Arkansas's most wanted drug dealer
yeah,
and got forced to go to rehab. Okay. Wasn't like some quality human, in case you were wondering.
had like five
Continue
or
on.
six kids that she
Oh,
probably
she was
had
the
no
spawn
idea.
of Satan.
Yeah,
Yes.
worst person ever. Like, there's so many stories. Like, I was just telling my daughter the other day about, yeah, that's a whole other episode. Because she was asking about if I had ever gotten arrested. And I said, yeah, actually, there was one time I was arrested because my stepmom was supposed to pay a ticket for me that I gave her money for, and she did not pay it and did not tell me. And then I had a warrant put out for my arrest. This is the type of woman we're dealing with. Evil.
Right.
Evil. But anyways, so dad brings her home and
And her newborn baby.
oh yes, I forgot. And newborn baby, like barely a week old, I think.
Right.
Yeah. And here we are. So that, yeah, like Mandy said, that was just like a normal Tuesday for us. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, and okay, so if you think about it, we hadn't seen our dad in 3 months, except I think we visited twice, maybe.
maybe, I don't even remember.
I mean, I remember one time for sure. Okay, so imagine I mean, I was what in eighth grade, so
Yeah.
you would have been a junior in high school.
Yes. Sophomore, junior, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, that kind of gives you the frame of the ages. So I mean, our dad is all we knew. So of course we're going to be excited that he's home. Here he comes with this little devil woman, and he's shipping us off somewhere else immediately because he wants to go spend time with her.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it at the time until I was much older and on this journey that that's like a core childhood wound that I have that I have am still working to resolve now. And but like you said, for us, I mean, it was just like I mean, we both thought it was fucked up,
Yeah.
sure. But like you said, we didn't have time to like process. It was just like, okay.
Yeah. There was like no room for that at all. So, definitely an area I struggle with in parenting is being empathetic. And I feel like I do a pretty good job. I will give myself credit for that. But it is a struggle, because there are times I'll be so angry with my kids because they're just probably just being kids, but to me, they're being little fucking assholes. And I'm like, damn, dude, like, you don't even know,
Right.
or they're just being like super. What I really struggle with is when they're being what I would consider kind of mean or disrespectful or hateful towards me. And in me, I'm like, bro, you don't even know how much effort it takes for me to be, and this is going to probably sound terrible, so loving and caring for you when I did not have that myself.
Right. Right.
Like, you don't understand the effort it takes. And not that I don't love my kids and not that I don't want to. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
But it is a conscious effort for me to like really pour into them and like be empathetic and caring. I don't want to say it takes the effort to be caring, but it's just like we did not have that. Like there was
Right.
not time to like sit and kumbaya and talk about shit. Like, you know?
Right. Right.
So
Like our parent, like, uh, I mean, I don't, think that there was a time when dad was coming to us saying, I'm sorry, I like really fucked up in this situation. Like, let's work through it. It was like, I think you said when we were talking before we were recording, like, that was the parent. And we just did as we were told and we just went with the flow because they were the parent. There was no questioning it. But then there
yeah,
was also no acknowledgement from his side of like, I have fucked up somewhere. He
yeah.
was like just rolling on.
As
So,
adults, he has. I will say that.
yes.
As adults.
Yeah. No.
You know.
Yeah.
And we have his full support to do this whole podcast and talk about this stuff. So, you know,
Yeah.
this
He's
is nothing.
aware.
He's aware, and there's nothing we would say that he would not be like, yeah, probably. Um,
Going back to what you were saying about being with like the kids, it's because, it's not that you're mad at your kids, it's a part of you or a part of me, because I feel the same way, triggered by the part of us that never got to be a kid. Like we didn't get to really be kids.
yeah,
And I mean, I was just telling my husband last night, I got in the mail like a week ago, the Walmart toy book catalog.
mm,
And, for Christmas coming up, and I was flipping through it and he's just like, what are you, what are you doing? And I'm like, looking at these toys because we didn't have that. And I came to the one where the page and there was an easy bake oven and I was like, man, do you know how bad like I would have loved to have an easy bake oven? And he's like, yes, I know, you've told me. And then like Hunter's girlfriend, she saw my slippers the other night. They're like slippers that heat up, and on the side they had these red LED like power lights, but she thought that they were light up slippers. And then she got me all excited, and I was like, man, I could really use some
light
light
up
up
shoes.
slippers. Yes, and listen, I have gone to Skechers and I have tried on some light up shoes, and it made my inner child very happy.
Did it make you run
So
faster?
I should have tried them out. They probably would have. So, I mean, I think it's really our inner child, maybe almost being jealous of like, I didn't, I didn't get to have that. Why does somebody else?
Yeah, I would totally agree with that. And I don't think a lot of people acknowledge or even freely want to admit out in the open that it is like a conscious effort. When
Right.
you're a parent who has been through, trauma or, had parents who weren't like the leave it to beaver
Right.
type.
Right.
And yes, it could have been so much worse. upbringing could have been so much worse. But yeah, we just didn't have, I would say, the ideal or the environment to really process stuff. And like we're doing that now.
Right.
And thankfully, we are so emotionally intelligent and aware of everything. I am thankful for that, to where we're able to acknowledge and recognize and stop it so that our kids, even though I want to strangle them sometimes, hopefully,
Right.
whenever they're parenting their kids, and of course, you always want your kids to do better than you. And not that
Right.
I've been perfect. I'm sure there's areas that maybe they'll have a podcast about how I didn't give them enough snacks or some bullshit. I don't know. But, like they'll do better, but at least they will have, like, I feel like they'll have like a good solid foundation.
Foundational. Yeah.
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 You
But should
know,
we talk about the flip side of this though? The overcompensating piece that
yeah.
we've that we've discussed before too. So I think people that have, had traumatic upbringings and are now parents, they resonate with what we're saying. And then they also know the overcompensating side where it's like you so bad want to give them everything that you did not have that it's like you can go overboard
Mhm.
with it and just literally give them everything. And I find myself, I was just battling with my son about unloading the dishwasher the other day. I said, bro, I was the dishwasher. There was no
Right.
unloading or like, you know how much I would have loved to have a machine to wash the dishes? Like, I
Mhm.
hate doing the dishes now because we did it so much growing up.
Yeah.
And, I notice things like that. Like, I remember every Saturday morning getting up and we cleaned, and that's just what we did. And, you know, he just doesn't have like all the same responsibilities. And I find myself at fault for not making him do more
Yeah.
because I didn't want him to have the same childhood that we did.
Yeah. I'm really seeing that now that my son has graduated school and is starting his own adult life. And even with my daughter, is because we were the maid, the cook, we took care of the house, like did our own laundry. Should I've probably been doing my own laundry since I was 8, you know? Been,
Right. I mean, really, we only needed an adult there because we just needed somebody to pay the rent
yeah,
and have money for the groceries and like drive us to the grocery store. I mean, other than that, like there literally didn't have to be an adult there because
yeah,
everything else was taken care of.
yeah. We did everything. And that is an area, like, I don't overcompensate so much in the way of like objects and things. I feel like
Right.
dad would disagree. He thinks that the kids have too much. But it's just like the way of the world now. Like, all the kids have phones, all the kids have TVs. Like Kinsey
Right.
was complaining about her TV in her room, and I was like, we didn't even have, like, we had one TV, and I don't think we had like satellite cable until I was like a senior in high school. So get out of here,
Right.
you know?
I was just talking the other day. I was like, man, I think we had like 6 channels.
Yeah. Like, we
And I don't
just,
even think we had a remote. I think we had to get up and change the channel manually. So,
right. But I definitely overcompensate in the way of like not making the kids do stuff. Like, I will still make their dinner plate and take it to them. Like, they are
um,
so,
honestly, though, it gives me joy because I love taking care of others.
yeah, I do.
I mean,
I
Hunter,
do enjoy
Hunter will
it.
tell me now, he's like, Mom, I can make my own plate.
Yeah.
So He at least tells me.
Yeah. Kinsey loves it, but yeah, they don't really like I was doing Lane's laundry up until he just moved out. Taking care, like cleaning the house. They would unload the dishwasher sometimes, but I definitely should have done so much better about making them stick to things. But I didn't want to like overwhelm them and make them feel like that burden. But now I'm kind of regretting that because, like dad's pointed out, well, you have to know how to do all that stuff once you move out. And I'm like, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
And I
that's
wish
fair.
I would have been more strict in those ways. But at the same time, it was just like, I felt like I carried all of that sometimes.
Right.
Maybe I don't maybe that's like a comfort thing for me. Like I've done it for so long, like it's like my
Letting
security
it go would
blanket.
be right. Letting it go would be too weird.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I definitely wish I would have done that is an area I wish I would have been a little better at is giving the kids more responsibility. And
Yeah.
it's not a bad thing. And that's what I need to get out of my head. And not that I feel like I shouldn't have, because I definitely, like I take care of my house. I can cook. I know how to do all the things. Like I'm a functional adult. And I'm seeing some of these kids coming up now who don't even know how to boil water, like
Right.
so
Right.
I yeah, definitely an area I could have done better. The kids would probably disagree right now, but I should have probably made them do more, be more responsible. But I mean, that's just I think a lot of parents who had to carry the weight of everything, who are parents
Uh-huh.
now,
Yeah.
could probably definitely relate to that and just like, where is that balance? Like, where do you,
Right.
like, I don't know. It's,
I
I really
wanted
struggle.
I wanted Hunter to be able to be a kid
Mm-hmm.
as much as possible. I mean, even right now, he's what going to be 18 in November, and he this week he only worked one day for like 5 hours. Whenever I was his age, I was just telling him the other day, there were days I wouldn't go to school so that I could work, so that I could have money. Like, to the point where the school's saying, and I remember you telling me the school kept calling you like, your sister hasn't come to school, and you're like, she's 18, stop calling me. But I mean, I remember being pulled into the school's office being told, if you miss any more school, we are not letting you graduate. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, what am I mean, you worked and stuff, but it's not like you had a ton of money. So it's like, what am I supposed to do? And so I just really want to make sure that Hunter can be a kid
Yeah.
as much as possible.
Yeah. And I could definitely see that, especially from your side, because like shit really hit the fan right before you were graduating. And like Mandy was just saying, she lived with me her senior year of high school. Um, I worked at, I think, Walmart maybe. But
Yeah.
yeah, Mandy worked like a full time job and was going to school and living with me. It was,
I mean, I worked at Pizza Hut, y'all. So I mean, it's not. I think I made like $5 an hour. Okay, I mean, it wasn't anything great, but I mean, I had to have money. I had to
yeah,
buy stuff somehow,
yeah.
put gas
Because
in my
I
car
was
somehow.
barely getting by.
Right. So yeah,
Crazy times.
indeed. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like, as parents who have come from crazy backgrounds, we've done very well, you know, and I think the key is, and I personally struggle with like perfectionism, is you are not going to be perfect. No parent is perfect. I don't give a shit what you see on social media.
Right.
No parent is perfect. You're going to fuck up, and that's okay.
Your
I
kids
feel like,
need therapy for something at some point. Just
yes.
accept it.
I feel like as long as they know they're loved, they're in a safe environment and cared for, like at the end of the day, that's the goal.
Right.
So just
Yeah.
keeping that in mind, like it is a journey, you're not going to get it right every day, and that's totally okay. Lean
Right.
into your community, lean into your other parent friends, your family, us, like
Right.
some days are going to be harder than others. And just knowing that taking it day by day is okay. Like
Right.
it's going
And
to
you're
be
not
okay.
you're not alone. And just like you said, social media is, we all know what it is.
Yeah.
And it's
It's
not, I
highlight
mean, it's
reel
not
of everyone's best moments.
exactly. So this is why we have our Emotionally Evicted podcast, because we're going to talk about real shit, raw shit, how
Yeah.
life really is. I mean, neither one of us are ashamed to admit that, yeah, we, haven't gotten it right in parenting, but who has? Like, I fully admit, I have winged parenting. I have been winging it. Because there is no manual, and you literally just got to make this shit up as you go. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, to the best of your ability.
100%. Yeah.
So,
Isn't it crazy to think like whenever we were younger, like looking up at adults, you're like, man, they got it all figured out. The fuck? I don't got
no,
shit figured out. And I'm like, wow. Like, yeah.
yes.
So keep that in mind. Nobody has it figured out. I don't care what the hell they say. We're all
Right.
just winging it. This is
You're,
everybody's first time on earth. This is what I've have started telling myself. This is my first time on earth too.
yes.
Okay? I'm just trying to figure it out, making my way through. It's a journey, a learning journey. Okay?
Yes. But also keep in mind, healing yourself, it's messy work, but it's
Mhm.
sacred, it's important. And I think the most important thing that our kids will remember is that we are trying, that we are actually trying. We are trying to be there. I know my kid has seen a difference since I've started doing all this healing work. And, like you said, it's our first time on earth, but try to be the best person that you can be, but give
100%.
yourself some grace.
Yes. Definitely give yourself grace. It's very important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for joining us on this episode of Emotionally Evicted, and we will see you next time. You've been listening to Emotionally Evicted. Thank you for being here. For more resources, stories, and ways to reclaim your life, head over to shereclaims.com and check out other episodes on emotionallyevicted.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts.